Dan might join us, but maybe not. Shazam, everybody. Woo. I am so pissed off. Walmart is holding stuff. Canada Post is still holding stuff. I'm not done with the on again, off again, missing crap from Canada Post thing.
Yeah.
Ever since they moved my pickup spot from Marley, which is a couple major streets over from me, to our Shoppers Drug Mart, it's nice and clean. It's always nice to go in there, and I will actually buy food in there. Whereas my old little postal unit, if you ever bought food in there, you'd be worried because no one ever bought food in there. So how old is the food, right?
Yeah.
So when they finally closed them out, and I'm convinced they got closed out because they were never open Saturdays like their hours said. If you called them, it always was a fax machine. As far as I'm concerned, they had the best scam going. But Monday to Friday, they were awesome. I never showed my ID because they knew me. Like, it was a small family-run place. But Shoppers, it's been brutal for the last month, me getting all my packages, and they're losing stuff. They're misplacing it. Yeah, it's just it's horrible.
See, for me, it's good. Like, it's our local Shoppers on this corner of town, and the last package I had to pay duty on, but I just showed them my card, and they're like, "Oh yeah." They went through the doors. It took them literally 10 seconds. They're back, set it on the table. It's like it's $14, $13. Like, okay.
And I do make it sound a lot worse than it is. I mean, there's been plenty of days I go, because I'm there about every second day now, and there's plenty of times it's great, but this week, just brutal.
Yeah.
Just brutal. If I had more coming in from Lego and FedEx, I'm sure I'd be complaining about FedEx too, but yeah, FedEx is the only one I'm not complaining about. Although, check this out. I've never gotten, by the way, that's Lego retail. I've never gotten an envelope from Lego.
Bubble mailer.
And I can't imagine why.
Amazon does it.
Yeah, Amazon's doing it. I've never gotten one. And I pretty much know what's in it, or at least what it should be, but I don't know why I'm getting it.
Have you ever had, what it's happened for me a couple times is when I used to order from Chapters Indigo or whatever online, they jam a boxed Lego set inside a bubble mailer.
Really?
Yeah. It happened a couple times. That was when the 20th anniversary sets were out.
Okay.
And I got a couple of the drop ships came that way.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, fucking really? So I switched and had them, and it didn't matter. I tried one because I bought multiples, or ended up with multiples. And it didn't matter if I had them shipped to home or if I picked them up at the Kohl's in the mall. It didn't matter.
Did you order any of those 25% off Amazons? You don't have to tell me which ones if you did.
No, I never did.
I thought about some of them, and it's like, including one with your favorite Cad Bane in it. And it's like,
yeah.
But it's such an ugly ship. And I'm definitely starting to wean myself off of a lot of the extraneous Star Wars stuff. I like to collect a bunch of other things now, so there's going to be a lot less Star Wars. Key ones, but a lot less Star Wars. And I'm getting closer and closer to wanting to get that gigantic, stupid Iron Man that everyone says is crap, because I see it in my Lego store, and it is so big and beautiful.
Yeah,
it's not perfect. I get it, and I've seen one or two videos on it, but it looks like it's a crazy build, and it's huge and heavy looking. And I don't even know what it costs because I haven't looked at it that closely yet.
Oh, it's $500 some, I think.
Ugh,
I think. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's in that range.
Yeah, I bet you it's $600, and it's like 4,000 pieces or something. But the thing is, like, it's so big.
It's got that round dome piece, that printed dome piece, though. Like,
it's got a bigger dome piece. It's the biggest one I think they've ever done, because it looks bigger than like the one on my UCS version. Like, it's just, it looks like it might be 8x8 wide, maybe, or something. Like, it's really, yeah, it looks really big.
It's like one on my Mos Eisley Cantina kind of thing.
Yeah, something closer
Something
to that.
like
Like that was probably like 10 by 10 or something like it, because that's pretty big.
Yeah.
That big dome. I've been wanting to open these up for well over a week. eBay wins. By the way, if you ever do eBay thing and you got an option to make an offer, just do it. Just do it.
I've tried that. And
have you ever won?
And I tried once and I made 3 offers and then it cuts you off at the third one.
Really? Because I think it's 5.
Because I'm sure it was 3. And I guess he had a lowest price he would, so like I was below his comfortable price, and then it cut me off. Then he messaged me.
So that's what it is. Then I guess they have a minimum threshold, and it's just insulting. So it's like,
okay. Yeah, well, and it wasn't that far, and so I did that, and then I get a private message, and he's like, "Go ahead and submit an offer for this amount. I'll accept it." And I said, "Well, it's got me cut off. I either accept full price," and it said, "If I accept full price, can I PayPal you whatever?" And he said, "I don't know how that works." So I ended up.
I don't think that'll work right.
Yeah.
So I've been collecting all the Mega Hot Wheels, or at least the big stuff, anyway. So there's the matching Hot Wheels for the car, literally. So I'm real happy to have that because I can't find Muscle Bound anywhere.
Yeah.
So I gave I thought it would be insulting. I gave him an offer for half and he took it. So I was happy about that. And I figured it would get mailed. And I was actually I'm surprised it got that. Looks like good because he only put, whatever these regular postal 3 stamps.
Yeah.
It's like $2 or $3 worth of stuff. Actually, it's from your neck of the woods, I think, somewhere. Let's see. Edmonton.
Oh.
Yeah.
A little far, not quite my neck of the woods.
Close. For me, it is because
yeah,
you're only like 1 over. Let's see if I got lucky on this one. But yeah, I've been looking for that. Let's see. Awesome. Okay. Ooh, I like that one even better. But the green one matches the Mega one exactly. So there's a black.
Oh, yeah. I like the rims.
The light is not helping me. There. But yeah, black version of Muscle Bound. So
I like the red on the rims.
Yeah, that is kind of sweet looking. But so now I have 2. I won't waste time hunting anymore. It's only the Bone Shaker that really turns me on. Everything else is just like, if I find it, I find it. I just want one for every car I buy. And then I need to figure out, am I going to do one live stream and open up all my cars? Or am I going to do... I had another idea, which was to open one a day or something, like a way to string it out or make shorts. I don't know, something, because I know it's like I do better with shorts. So I'm just trying to figure out how I can maximize everything. And
I've been
if I make one video, it'll be hour and a half. I open everything and then that's it. Whereas I don't know, I could do a theme a week or a car a day. I don't know, something.
I've been kind of dabbling with the shorts too, just trying it. I look at like other people like don't have the screen. I would say don't have the screen presence I do, and I watch them. They're getting like 1,500 views on a short, and like, how the hell are they doing it?
Yeah, and even my bad ones are doing like double, triple, quadruple my regular live stream. So
yeah, that's what I figure, I'm kind of playing with.
I'm going to keep pumping them out for now until it's not worth my trouble.
Yeah, well, it's not hard to make them, eh? Like it's you can do it really quick.
Yeah,
you're not bugging around making a thumbnail and.
Okay, so this is interesting. So I do have a theory now. So yeah, Lego retail. And the thing is, I had gotten a pickup card because, of course, they try and deliver when I'm not around. And yay, another one of those. Yeah. And I couldn't figure out. See? And it's like it's just this on its own. Now, I do have another package for them. So when I get to that, maybe it was supposed to go in there, but you can't tell me this wouldn't fit in that box.
Yeah.
So I was at Toys R Us accidentally a week ago when I went for dinner at that chocolate place, the all Korean barbecue place.
Yeah.
And that day I more or less gave up on trying to find the particular set I'm going to pull out. Because it seems like it's out of stock everywhere, pretty much gone everywhere, only on store shelves. I figure I'm only going to find it on the store shelf because I pretty much can't get it unless I eBay it, and I don't want to pay eBay rates.
Yeah.
A small version of Muscle Bound. So I got the big version, the small version, and the Hot Wheels car. So I'm kind of tickled about that. Because I literally gave up on this. Because when this first came out, I only bought, the shaker. And then I got the other cars. So then, again, this is me trying to get all versions of the one thing I bought. So a little bit silly, but
yeah.
Oh, and it was discounted. That was sweet. Like $4 off or whatever. Mega right now, Toys R Us has got some pretty decent deals on Mega, even though the price is slightly higher to start. If you take off the discount, it's still better than no discount.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was kind of cool to actually get that. When you look at it, it's 5 wide, so that'll make it technically smaller than even the original Speed Champs, really. So all these cars I've been buying, you're going to have this weird escalating size from 5 wides with these, 6 wides with Speed Champs,
and 8 wide with the new Speed Champs.
8 wides with the new Speed Champs, and then some of these other cars from Sembo and whoever else, Luban, they're mixes of 6 to 8 wide, and then the big premium level Mega sets, and then all the other cars. So it's definitely going to be an interesting collection. Half that cabinet's going to just be cars. That's what I figured. And I've got a lot of cars to do. So this shouldn't be for me, if I'm correct. And I've had it up on the shelf for like a week waiting. Because I wanted to do all my stuff that was coming in, and it's like, no, I'm being screwed there. Which has been really frustrating. I mean, some of the stuff is okay because like there's 2 things out there where I haven't technically paid for it yet because for whatever reason it's not shipped, even though it's supposed to be shipped. And it's like,
oh really?
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, I do stuff like pre-orders and other things just to secure it. Whenever I get it.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's not like I'm that impatient, but
well, that's what I've done that on a few things. I've got a couple pre-orders in for one for January, one for February for a couple things, but I know the last time I pre-ordered on Amazon, it was like 10 days after when it said it should ship, and it still hadn't. And I
my Amazon pre-orders are horrible. Like, I think I get like 2 out of every 5. Like, it's bad. It really is for me.
Like, and never get them. They just end up canceling.
Yeah, I get a lot of cancels and whatnot.
Oh, really?
I just realized how bad my lights are. So let's see here. This is going to seem silly, but so Turkey Day, when we're doing the family Turkey Day, my mom, she said, "Hey, do you know Lego does flowers?" I go, "No, really?" She goes, "Yeah, I seen these, blah, blah, blah. Do you have them?" I go, "Well, of course." "Do you have more?" I go, "I can get more." And in the end, I just, while we're eating dinner, I just put in an order. And for whatever reason, She wanted 2, so that's what she's getting. She's getting 2, and okay. See, I can't figure out why I got this. Okay, I don't have a clue. Every order that should have got, I've got these coming out of my butt. You know how many of these I'm giving away for Christmas, charity? Yeah. There's because I got one in this package, which I thought, there's a chance maybe Lego didn't put it in that package. Well, no. So now I've got. All I can figure is they applied it to my VIP account, not someone else's VIP account, and someone probably called and complained. Now, I'm happy because remember, I think on the last stream, it was taped to the box, and when I cut the box, I cut the bag.
Yeah.
So, whatever. Doesn't really matter. They throw
what items. I don't understand is why they can give away those kinds of poly bags, but the Star Wars poly bags, they never do.
They're tied to an expensive purchase.
Well, even at that, the one for this year was that ATST, and I still haven't found it. I might have to get it from Brad or something like that.
Oh, jeez.
So I try to get them every year, but our Walmart never did get them, as far as I know.
I might be able to purchase that. And of course, where are all my poly bags from more than a month ago in storage? I'm looking up, I don't know why I'm looking up. They're not there anymore. All right, so we can get rid of that. Like I said, it's definitely a shorter episode because I didn't get everything I want, and some stuff I decided I can't show. So, yeah, that's one for wifey there. So she's at least one flower set behind now in building.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're making it so it's hard to keep up, honestly. They're pumping out so much stuff now. It's just...
Well, like I said, my wife has a backlog. That's not even funny.
Yeah.
Because I told her, you can't keep it here. You bust my balls. It's okay, I keep to the rules, 79 by 79 inches, my stuff. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. For my backlog, I said, you can't keep your backlog with mine. So I said, okay, because there's one cabinet that I said, it's your builds. So she's got basically Christmas Village more or less permanently set up, plus her brick heads and a bunch of whatever seasonal crap.
Yeah. I
said, you got to figure it out. And I take the pictures of the boxes. I go, and now it's yours once I take the pictures. And so there's another one. Well, that's kind of cool. I got in that because, it's got its own base, which I like. Or does it? Yeah. You're going to build a base on this one. Nice.
The pedals actually look pretty cool.
It's something else I'm always impressed when they come up with unique ways to use parts, but the flowers have been a step up in every way. How they can just make, and it's great because she kills plants. This is where she really likes the flowers and all that, because between the cat and her, we can't have any plants whatsoever. So it's really cool that we got that going on. Okay. So this is a set. It's a mega set. Let's get that on.
I was going to say, it looks like, I was thinking it must be mega by the printing.
There's megas, mega branding. And I've avoided picking this setup before in its first round of packaging. I assume this is the newer packaging inside. At least it was from the online site. They changed up the graphics. But I've been watching a certain TV show on Paramount Plus, and I'm really kind of liking it so far.
Yeah.
And this has been routinely at a certain price, and it's okay. Amazon has it, Walmart has it, but Discount Tuesday, I get my 20%, and then they actually had a little sale on it. So I think for me, it worked out to being $110 for what's been routinely $150 for a while. Okay. So, yeah. Or I think I tacked on another promo code for something. So now what's nice is this is in a shipper box. It's a little beat up, the shipper box. I'm hoping the inside's a little better, but in the end, whatever. You can't believe all the crap they put on this too. And save $15 on your grocery order. So I'm going to save $15 on my next grocery order.
Huh.
All right.
Is that an online thing there, or you take it in store?
Actually, so this one, what are they saying on this one? I can use the code. Well, it has to be a grocery delivery and pickup available. Select cities, Canada. Offer valid for new customers only. Minimum order $75 before tax to get the 15.
So yeah, place an order for pickup.
What I'll end up doing is I'll probably take that. I doubt me and my wife will qualify because she uses my account because of my discounts already.
Yeah.
So I doubt that'll work. I'll hand it off to like my mom or something. Like we'll figure out a way to maximize it.
Yeah.
Like everything else. Even the Toys R Us ones I've started to use. Like, I posted the 1 or 2 codes online, but I've started keeping some of them and using them. Amazon codes, I've been getting the odd one. By the way,
that's the time. I never get an Amazon code.
Oh, no?
No.
Oh, no. You got to.
Nothing. I guess I started doing some of the reviews. I should get back to that and finish.
Yeah, and there's some I've got 3 or 4 emails and it's like the same things over and over. It's like, okay, I really got to get back to doing that. Because it adds up. Okay, so I don't think this is the new packaging, even though the online store showed it. I don't really care. I got a discount here.
Oh, I seen somebody post a picture of that. What do they call that thing?
Ooh, that's a nice big one. Pelican Inbound.
Pelican. That's
so
somebody posted on Mega.
Here's what's sad. Even though I was only a Warthog collector, and then I also got Warthogs and then the tanks, because I got a bunch of the Halo tanks, somehow this green branding for the Halo Infinite, I think I now have every set in the wave. Because remember, I picked up all the clearance ones way back?
Yeah.
Hey, Eileen, how you doing?
Hey.
And this is another line where going forward, I'm not buying every set. I have no interest in this entire line. But I got so many of those other sets as flips. Like I pulled one of each of every pile I bought, and I will build those, and everything else is flips. This one is clearly for me.
That's a big build.
It's a big, over 2,000 pieces. It's a nice big build. It'll go good. I think one of the Warthogs fit in the back or underneath it.
You start counting studs across the wings, and like that's going to be fairly wide.
Yeah, and it's a 2-in-1 build. So if I feel really like punishing myself, I could build it one way, rip it all apart, build it the other way. And the God honest truth, I have no interest. Every time I think I'm going to do something like that, I just don't. I mean, the one tank I bought specifically for that purpose, and I still haven't built it. I'm not going to build it 9 different ways like I thought I would. I'll build it once and be done with it.
Yeah.
So that is my small haul this week. Now, and it's funny, for me, it's really not much. Wow. I just realized no Lego for me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I got Halloween poly bags after Halloween.
And somebody said that the last one was going to be the last haul of 22.
I thought this would be the last one, and I've got stuff outstanding, so that means there's at least one more now.
What do you mean, Eileen? You're going into the dark ages?
Well, she keeps promising that, but I mean, didn't I hear Jazz say like he's got a pile for her? Did I hear that right? I thought I saw him say that somewhere.
Well, I thought Eileen had mentioned that he at some point he had a bunch of stuff to drop off, but I hadn't heard if he ever did. Or
I wish he was closer to me. Like today, he had a sale.
Yeah, and he had a draw too, I think.
Yeah, I don't recall where he is. It Thunder Bay? I can't remember.
He's in
North Bay.
North Bay.
Okay, I'm still not sure how far that is from me, but I'm sure it's far enough that I wouldn't want to drive it.
Yeah, North Bay, because I remember when we were in high school, there was like a provincial team that was picked. There was some guys from our school got lumped in with a bunch of others, and they went to a tournament in North Bay.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, when we were younger, that was a big deal. All the interprovince and all the sports and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I was talking with my daughter, like you don't understand what it was like when I was younger. Hell, even before my high school days, if you go back, like, well, see, the reason I was nostalgic was so my secondary high and my high school are both on the same block here in Toronto. They're both being leveled as we speak.
Oh, really?
Literally, my secondary high, only the front face of the building is still standing. They've torn down the back of it. And my high school, because it was built in 2 or 3 waves, the original building was a Bay store back in 1919. That part, I guess, is historic, so it seems to still be standing. But the second and third parts that were built in the 60s,
Yeah.
I call it Nazi design because it was a German designer and he put all the windows up high. You couldn't look out.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. It was a great, beautiful design, but it's like focused on school and education because you couldn't look out the windows. All of that's gone. So only the historical part of the building is still there. So that's like an entire block here in Toronto, Bloor and Dufferin area, that's more or less leveled. I mean, pretty much every school I went to is gone.
It's gone, eh?
My grade school, JK to 6, that, well, it's not an English school anyway. It was when I went to it. It's a French
immersion.
100%. So yeah, it's like there's my whole childhood wiped out. If it wasn't for my transcripts, no evidence.
Yeah.
It's all gone. But my high school, when I was there, even when I went there was some sports programs that weren't there anymore. I mean, when I went there was football and stuff. But before I went there, they canceled stuff like we used to have an archery team and all these, and all this great stuff. But all that was gone even when I went there. And then she didn't go to my high school, but her best friend did. And like, last year there was nothing there for them before they closed the school down. So
yeah, I wish like archery. If our school had archery, I would have been right up my alley because like I started like shooting a bow at like 12 years old. Like that would have been great.
If I had more time and a little bit of access, I would love to spend time with some high-powered bows, especially since now gun ownership is pretty much dead. Like it's, sport shooting is pretty much over with. At least in this province.
Trudeau's making
well,
it
actually, I guess federally, right? You're hearing about it too, then, right? Yeah. So federally, it's pretty much over.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it was about 20 years ago when people in this city of Toronto, they clued in that we used to have a shooting range within a block of City Hall.
Yeah.
And when they really clued into that, because who was using it? It was mostly the rich politician types and some nefarious types downtown.
Yeah.
But when people clued in, like, we may not want to have people with guns so close to our politicians down at City Hall in Toronto. So they did away with that. I mean, so it's definitely been a slow transition. I'm sure out your way, guns are still a much more normal, accessible thing, especially for hunting. But considering that I can go 200 kilometers in any direction and it's still technically city.
Yeah.
Here to Niagara Falls, 150 kilometers, it's pretty much city all the way. Here to Ajax, 3-4 hours driving, it's still pretty much city. Yes, there's trees and stuff, but it's literally 600, 700 kilometers each, if you add it all up on both sides of me. And then if you go north to 300 kilometers, it's still more or less big ass city.
One big city, eh?
It's getting there. We got 8 names for him now, but
that's like out in Calgary. Was another town. It was Airdrie, and that's back 25 years ago. It was Calgary kept creeping out farther and farther. Now it's pretty much Calgary right to Airdrie is just It's kind of Calgary's kind of encompassing Airdrie now, or getting damn near to it now.
Yeah, and at some point they got to figure out, does that become a suburb, or does that become a city in its own right?
Yeah.
And then I watched as I was growing up some areas that were just suburbs, and they piggybacked Toronto, and they got all their infrastructure paid on the backs of the Toronto tax system.
Yeah.
And then they became their own little superpowers on their own now. It's like, okay, whatever. But then they cry, oh, we don't have this, we don't have that. Well, it's like, you're your own city now. You got to start fending for yourself. I mean, you already have better buses than we've got here. What else do you want? Because small systems are easy to upgrade it. And
yeah.
But yeah, that's my little haul, and I'll do one more between now and Christmas whenever that other stuff shows up, and that's done. I don't have Chinese stuff coming in. Okay, that's not true. I have review stuff, sponsored stuff coming in.
Oh, okay.
Whenever that stuff shows up.
Yeah.
If everyone is honest and sends what I've been promised, anywhere between 3 to 7 items are coming in. So 2 from people who have sent me stuff in the past. So I told them, whatever you send within 2 weeks, I'll start it and I'll live build it and review it.
Yeah.
But you get what you're paying for. You send me stuff for free, I'm going to say what I want.
Yeah. Is that going to be like New Year where it shows up, or?
I don't get, you know what? I almost never get tracking numbers for this stuff. When it shows, I'm surprised. Yeah. I just hope it's not DHL. And I told him, if it comes up DHL and it says I owe a thing, I won't even call you. It's like, reject, go back, because I'm not paying. I'm not Mickey Mousing. I'm not pulling out a credit card. None of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's one of my conditions. You send it to me. I keep it, and B, I build it live, so everyone's going to hear me cry, bitch, and scream if something's wrong. Because I'm not going to build it privately and do a 2-minute review or 5-minute review. It's like, no. Everyone's going to see my problems and headaches. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, I'm going to say it's bad. And then I'll do the review, and it's like, you may not want me to do the review, especially if it was bad experience building, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like that Bantha mock, if someone had sent me that, could you imagine? Like, that was a nightmare where I had to basically custom build a head in the end.
Yeah.
And that is the shortest lived anything. That didn't survive a month in my collection. Not 1 month.
Oh, you've already tore it apart?
That got broken down in the big teardowns.
Oh, did it?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep.
There's some of those mocks for the Bantha, though. Like, there's some guys.
It's beautiful. Even with it crapped out like I did, it still looks cool. But it doesn't look as cool as the picture. And the picture was based on the CG, the renderings, and you could not 100% build it the way they intended. There were some cheats built into the system.
It's too bad they don't make like the dewback and things like that, where they actually have like a molded Bantha or something like that. Like, they gotten away.
Oh, if there was a big Bantha piece, or it comes in 5 pieces or something.
Yeah,
dude, that would instantly be a $50-$60 item. Like in BrickLink. I see somebody.
Somebody's peeking.
Shazam!
I just finished and I wanted to see how you're doing.
I'm doing right. I'll be up in 15-20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, sooner than that.
Sooner than that? Thanks, buddy.
When you build that thing that you won, it's like 5 times bigger than. It's 5 times bigger than that. What?
We're not supposed to know yet.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They gotta wait and see the video come out.
So
just smiling.
Yeah. So no live build for you tonight?
Not tonight. I'm throwing up maybe tomorrow. It'll just all depend. That's how it goes.
Don't finish it all tomorrow. That's bigger than the set I built. I don't know what it is. You got 2 more, did you?
Well, I'm gonna have to mute you. I'm just afraid of what's coming out next.
Yeah. Yeah. That's grab something, throw it.
Yeah. I had to stop watching. Well, there's this girl on YouTube. She does Lego. I can't remember her name now. Danny Bob or whatever.
You know what?
I stopped watching her because she's pitching stuff at her brother.
Yeah.
And it's not even
throwing
funny
boxes
anymore.
into his crotch.
Yeah, it's not even funny anymore.
And you know what? Honestly, and I'm still subscribed to her, but I haven't watched anything from her in a while.
Yeah.
And the other one is that Stud City. Honestly, I just and it's like and nothing against him. He seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah.
But some of the shorts and stuff that they do now, it just totally turns me off. Like I'm not into it.
Oh yeah.
Like they're just chasing.
I mean, if you do a short on what you're doing,
yeah,
I'll watch it. You know, I'm making shorts based on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Not watch me dance and watch me ridicule someone.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Oh, I know.
It sounds like sour grapes or whatever. Hey, their numbers are awesome. Good on them. But
yeah,
you know, I'm old. I'm cranky. And,
yeah.
You know,
I seem to be getting that way.
Yeah. You know, and I actually thought about coming up with another name at some point, like Cranky Bricks or something. You know, just to reflect my ever growing attitude. You know. But it might sound too negative.
Yeah.
I got to take a final picture of what the rear of my car looks like, because now I've got all bricks count with the YouTube logo, and I got little Lego heads underneath it. I went, oh, geez, without even trying, I've got these 3 different, vinyl rub-ons now that have all kind of come together in a cool way.
Yeah.
Because I get people messaging me, I saw your car at such and such. I'm like, oh,
cool. Really? That's
yeah.
Cool.
So, you know what? A little advertising doesn't suck, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's only on the back, of course, But I tend to park, I drive in nose first because I know how to drive. I can get out of a spot, so it's not a big deal. So when people walk up down the parking lots at the malls, they see all bricks count. So I'm liking that. And it's on the glass. It's easy enough to tear off. It's not like I'm worried about my paint.
Yeah.
I won't put anything on my paint.
No, me neither. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for hanging with me, and
yeah, no problem.
Go chase after the Rugrats, give them some popcorn, and watch something cool while Mom's out, and let them stay up a little late.
Yeah, they'll be. Actually, I'll have to check. They'll be tying into their Halloween candy here. So.
Oh, dude! Yeah.
I've noticed that. They usually get up. They beat us up in the morning, and I noticed the garbage down in the basement bathroom here. It's just
overflowing with the
wrappers. Yeah, I just noticed here in 20 minutes before we went on. I was like, okay, they've been really hitting the candy hard.
Oh man,
so that's actually a job for tomorrow morning. I have to get
in my household, it was always you can have it in the morning because you can burn it off during the day, right? But you can't have the candy after whatever it was. So we had arbitrary time, 2 in the afternoon or 3 in the afternoon.
Oh yeah,
whatever. Because I don't want it spoiling your dinner, and I don't want you up all night. Which is why I said, I messaged my wife and kid back. I said, cancel the coffee. Having her come home in 20 minutes with a cold brew, Tim Hortons is not going to help me get up and.
You'll be up at 2 in the morning.
8 hours, 10 hours for work. It's like, no, it's okay. All right. Well, if you're streaming tomorrow night, I'll jump on. Otherwise, I'll end up building. But I can build on yours wherever. I'm gonna finish the Smurf ed. I might even do it tonight. So
you're gonna Smurf a build?
I'm gonna Smurf a Smurfy Smurf.
I
love that show growing up, man.
Yeah.
All right. Get some rest. Say hi to the kids for me.
Will do.
All right. Peace.
Yeah.
Take it easy, Arlene. And where's my mouse? Shazam.